This is KFI, WBA Super Flyweight World Champion, and you're watching True School Sports.
Brendan Taylor here, True School Sports. I'm with my main man, Abu Musa, in Birmingham, UK. Now, for those of you who don't know this guy's been subscribed to me for many years. Been a big supporter of the channel.
Yeah, long time.
And I'm here with him. He's opened his doors to me to stay with him at his house. So I figured, you know what? He's a very insightful guy, so he'd be a good guy to have on the channel.
Let's go.
Let's go. So I wanted to get your take on the heavyweight division. Obviously, the big fuss here in the UK is that Anthony Joshua performed very well.
Yes.
What do you make of it?
You see, when he fought Ruiz the first time,
Yeah.
it would have been the same outcome. Personally, that's what I think.
Okay.
He made a mistake because Wilder knocked out Brazil quick time, and he thought he wanted to do the same thing just to even shit out. And what happens? He knocks him down. He wasn't visibly hurt. His legs weren't gone. His mind was clear, and he ran in and got clipped. And that's all she wrote.
Yeah.
So then people started saying, oh, he was never as good as they said he was, or he was a hype job and stuff like that. And I always said, when they do the rematch, there's no way he's going to win. There's just no way he's going to win. I couldn't see him winning again.
Yeah.
I thought, and even the build-up, the way he was letting him hold his belts and, like he was a nobody.
Yeah, like...
Do your research,
just
man.
Looking right past him.
Yeah, just looking right past him like he's just nobody and he's going to walk straight through him, and he didn't even prepare properly. And he got caught. But he proved in the rematch how much better he was than Ruiz. And on to the next one. So, you get extreme in two ways. You get the extreme Wilder fans, and then you get the extreme Joshua fans, who claim he's the best thing since sliced bread. And he's not as good as that, but nor is he as bad as the Wilder fans says. And the same thing with Wilder. He's not as good as they say, but nor is he as bad as the haters say.
Absolutely.
So you need to be balanced in anything you say concerning these fighters, because you have to give them respect for getting into the ring, and they're world champions as well. They're not bums, man. And while they might not have the best boxing skills, but he's got the ability to land that right hand, and when he does,
that's all she wrote.
That's it, man. It's done.
I mean, he fights the fight that works for him, and that's what you gotta do.
Well, he fights who PBC put in front of him, and most time they're nobodies, but still, he knocks him out in it. But that's what he's supposed to do. But when he fought somebody with a heartbeat, like Tyson Fury, but he thought he was done because he's lost 100 pounds and he's been out the ring, and he thought, easy work here. But he realized after the first round that, this guy's live. And then Fury schooled him all the way. The only rounds I gave him really were the knockdown.
The 2 rounds where
he knocked him down. They're the only rounds I gave him. But, if you want to give a couple of swing rounds here and there, I can understand a draw. I can see how people saying it's a draw if you want to push it. But cool.
Yeah, if you want to get real generous.
Yeah, if you want to get real cool, I can see it, and I'm not going to argue with him neither. But in reality, I thought Tyson Fury won. That's my personal opinion.
Okay.
But in the rematch, I don't think Wilder will land a punch on him.
So you're expecting a dominant, conclusive Tyson Fury?
Yeah, he won't land that right hand. He'll take it away from him. Because when he was at his prime, Klitschko couldn't land the right hand on him. And we know Klitschko had a much better right hand, more accurate, and he was more capable of landing it. He didn't. And I don't think Wilder will do it either. Not next time. Okay. He got lucky, and that was it.
Fair enough. You mentioned Wilder and Joshua. That's like the fight that everybody wants to see in the division. Well, will that ever happen? Do you think it ever happens?
Not. I don't think it'll happen within the next year or two, personally. Okay. But when it does happen, both of them have the ability to knock each other out. But if you was gonna give a percentage on who's gonna knock who out, I'd say Anthony Joshua would knock out Wilder first.
Why do you say that?
Because he's a better boxer, he's a much better technician, and he will, if anyone's going to land, he will land first. Yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
So he's got more of a chance to knock out Wilder than Wilder has a chance of knocking him out. So
The thing is too, like, I guess if they fight like 2 years from now, Wilder will be like, what, 36, 37?
yeah, he'll be old, and
80.
if I've said this to you personally as well. I think he's got the most padded record in boxing heavyweight history ever. I don't. Can you think of anyone who's got a more padded record than he has?
This morning I was going through his resume, and like, you know, of all the guys he fought at the time he fought them, or even throughout the whole career, the champions he fought or ex-champions he fought don't even have a title defense between them.
yeah. Well, you know,
because the only guys who held titles that he fought were at some point in their career were Liakovic, but he was old when he fought Wilder, and then Stavern.
yes.
Either one of them had a title defense between them.
Stavern was, he was never that good anyway.
Yeah.
Stavern, and in the first fight, it went 12 rounds. Yeah,
That's true.
And in the second fight, he shouldn't have even been in the ring on that night, to be honest.
How he got cleared on there, I'll still never figure out how he got cleared to fight that day.
Yeah, when he got hit, his hands were up. His hand, and he still went down.
Yeah.
So that shows you how much resistance he had, that he couldn't even take the punch while he was blocking it. So, but Wilder done what he had to do, like he normally does against that type of opposition. What you expect?
Okay. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT. We're at the Davy Powell, and you're watching True School Sports.